Welcome to Basket Pinas Predicts, powered by 1xBet. My name is Mara Aquino, your host, and I gotta get you guys ready because the NBA regular season is back in full swing. So we've had a lot of breakout performances. We've had A thrill of a ride already. Surprise contenders and superstars. Now, we'll be breaking down the game for you, giving you the highlights, insights, and what the results mean for each team. And we'll also be predicting the future and the teams to watch out for. And of course, I'm not doing it alone. I'm here with two of the sharpest minds in basketball, Nico and Naveen. It's nice to be with you guys again.
Nice to see you again, Mara, and I'm so happy with how the NBA season is currently going. And mamaya sasabihin ko na mamaya bakit ako masaya eh.
Yeah, it's felt like a longer break than it actually was since we were all last together.
Nakakamiss.
Now we're here for the actual NBA season. So much to talk about, so much excitement, and I can't wait to get started.
So the NBA regular season has started already. So far, which teams have you been the most impressed with na hindi necessarily yung favorite teams nyo?
Ito, Mara, favorite team ko to. Pero ano talaga eh, they're really surprising yung Golden State Warriors. Nobody expected them to be 6-1. Ako at the very least, I expected them to be 3-4 or 4-3. Kung papagyas mo sa akin as a Warriors fan. Pero to be at 6-1 while missing Steph Curry for the past 2 games, that's incredible.
Yeah, I am gonna have to go with the Cleveland Cavaliers. They're undefeated. They're 8-0. They've beaten some of the best teams in the NBA, actually, like Milwaukee and the Lakers. Milwaukee twice, and they look like maybe the next best team in the East to Boston, the defending champion. So a lot to be excited about for Cleveland.
Now we have a few standout performances and also some rookies. Can we just name one each na na-impress kayo ngayon?
Ako, actually, gusto pa namin ito ni Naveen kanina. I'm talking about Washington, si Carrington. He's the number 14 pick the recently concluded draft. And I got him in my fantasy team, and I feel like nakakalaban ako. I feel like I have a chance to win a championship because of having him. Yung mga, di ba, doon naman talaga sa labanan sa fantasy, yung mga waiver wire pickups, yung mga hindi mo akalang magpo-produce. So, that's for me the rookie that I'm choosing for this season so far.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with his teammate Alex Sarr. You know, after the summer league, everyone was saying, "Oh, Alex Sarr is gonna be a bust. He's not playing well." But so far, he's been solid. In fact, I think there were a few games he had at least 4 blocks, so he's been effective on both sides of the floor. He's playing really well, and I think it's a lesson that sometimes, as fast as we are to overreact to some performances, it's not the end of the world, especially when players are young. So, I'm hoping that he has a bright future.
Na ngayon, babalikan naman natin yung mga laro na naganap kaninang umaga. Up first, we're gonna be talking about the Cleveland Cavaliers streak. My goodness, they're 8-0 right now. They won against the Milwaukee Bucks 116-114, and it was a close game.
Yeah, that's definitely a close game in the fourth quarter. This is where we saw, nakala ko na mananalo yung dito eh, yung Milwaukee Bucks, because I think they had a 5-point lead with the last 2-3 minutes. And then Darius Garland just decided to show the Bucks that, hey, they got a superstar in me. I got Donovan Mitchell here. We're not 7-0 without any reason, and it's just another step to their development. Ang ganda talaga ng nila. Actually, starting 5 nila with a bit shallow bench, but who knows that this could be enough to go beyond in the playoffs and maybe surprise Boston in the Eastern Conference Finals.
Yeah, I'm so excited for the first Cleveland versus Boston matchup. So, one of the reasons why I've been impressed by the Bucks, you just have to look at their last 2 games against Milwaukee. The second game, there was no Giannis, but the last game, Giannis played for Milwaukee, and both times the game went down to the wire, the final seconds. When Cleveland won in Milwaukee, Donovan Mitchell hit a game winner, and then here in Cleveland naman, Darius Garland came up clutch in the final possessions of the game. So the fact that not only are they winning these games, but they're actually winning it by out-executing a veteran team down the stretch is a positive sign for a team that has ambitions this NBA season.
Now, the Bucks have struggled to contain a lot of players. Like, for example, you mentioned Donovan Mitchell. Do you think that Milwaukee has the right defensive scheme or the personnel to handle elite players? Or is this like a major concern for them to actually address?
For me, concern to eh. Kasi I really don't like Doc Rivers. I'm so sorry. I don't think na kahit anong personal bigay mo kay Doc Rivers, walang mangyayari. And I'm in the movement na 15 to 20 games max, they should fire Doc Rivers along with Darvin Ham. Because come on, guys. Hindi talaga to... I don't think... I'm sure, for sure, mga nasa comments, alam nyo what how Doc Rivers is. Alam nyo yung mga Lakers fans dyan, how Darvin Ham was. Pagsasabay nyo yung dalawang yun, kahit anong bigay mo yung Olympic team ng USD sila manana, they won't get far if sila yung nasa, what do you call this, the helm of a team.
So that's why you think they're losing in a row because of the coach?
I feel like it's a coaching thing. They're not preparing the players well. That's for me. Ikaw, Nabs.
What's your opinion? Kasi feeling niya ata, he's more of a motivational speaker, right? Like
Pwede siya for a TED speaker. Pwede.
So what do you think about the Bucks?
Well, they have some issues. Number one, they probably don't have... I mean, they definitely don't have their best wing player yet, Chris Middleton. He's missed all games this season, and he's very important to that offense. Number two, they have a depth issue. Like, if you look at the team, Giannis is good, Dame is good, Middleton is out. Brook Lopez and Bobby Portis are a little bit older, and they're bigs, but you look at the guards and the wings, they don't have a lot of depth. Manipis sila. And when you look at the rest of the NBA, a lot of teams have a lot of options. First unit, second unit, the Bucks don't really have that. They've faced a tough schedule to start the season as well. I think they're still gonna turn things around, though.
You think so?
I think
it's still
so,
early
yeah.
enough.
I mean, as long as you have someone like Giannis, you're gonna turn things around. They're too good not to. I don't think they're gonna miss the playoffs or anything like that.
Oh, okay. So sa lahat ng ating mga manonood, we want to know your opinion if you agree with Nico na dapat ba si Doc Rivers is he supposed to be na, okay, palitan na natin to early this season to ensure their success? What do you guys think about that? Let us know down below. And up next, we'll be going back to do a recap sa nangyari dun sa game kanina. The Golden State Warriors defeated Washington Wizards 125-112 at even si Steph Curry was back. He was able to give 24 points, 3 rebounds, 6 assists, all in 24 minutes.
Yeah, and for this one, it's another win for my Golden State Warriors. Sobrang saya ko nung nanalo na naman sila. I mean, it's the Washington Wizards. You're supposed to blow them out. Pero ang lagi kong tinitingnan is how many minutes nilaro ni Curry, how many minutes nilaro na starting five, sino yung nilagay nila sa starting five this time, sino sa bench yung gumawa na naman, and that's always been Buddy Hield. Aside from Stephen Curry, who has been a revelation this year because Buddy Hield has looked like he has found, what do you call this, like the perfect team to play in. And even though it's only been 7 games, but hopefully, hindi ko siya jinx and hopefully tuloy-tuloy yun for the Golden State Warriors.
Actually, yun ang question ko. Do you think that Buddy Hield's stellar play, is it sustainable? So is the Warriors system perfect for him?
Well, I sure as hell hope so. He's in one of my fantasy teams. So
Enough mo pala.
No, I think so, Mara, because, Buddy Hield, what's the one thing he can do very well? That's shoot the basketball. He's not a great defender. He won't set up a lot of teammates. He won't drive in a lot. But he's playing in a team like Golden State where we've seen someone like Klay Thompson excel by being really good at shooting. Buddy Hield, I'm not saying he's Klay Thompson, but he's doing a lot of what Klay was doing in terms of roaming around, playing off ball, catch and shoot, being ready to be a threat, no? And when you're playing with someone like Steph Curry, you're gonna get a lot of opportunities to score because the defense ultimately will be focused on guarding Steph and the other main guys of the Warriors like Kuminga, who's also been playing well recently. So Buddy Hield, all he has to be ready to do is do what he does best, get the ball and let it fly and make it at an effective clip. And thank God for the Warriors and my fantasy team that Buddy is shooting pretty damn well.
Pag-usapan naman natin yung kabilang panig, the Wizards. What direction do you think this team is heading towards? Like, do you think they're gonna look to trade Kuzma or Poole for picks later in the season as sort of a rebuild?
Ako feel ko talaga, Kyle Kuzma could be the odd man out here because I think Jordan Poole is a mainstay for the Washington Wizards. I feel like they just drafted Alex Sarr. Grabe naman kung trade nila bigla. What a way to build your franchise. You trade guys like him. They got good pieces. Si Carrington, Sarr, even si Tristan Vukcevic, some of the guys. Sounds like Nikola Vucevic, but he's also a good shooter. But the point is, I feel like it's gonna be Kyle Kuzma's going to be the odd man out. Alam kong bata mo siya, Nabs, but I think they could get some good draft picks for Kuzma or a young guy that they can. That's why I'm hopeful naman for the Wizards, but maybe Mara in 3 to 4 years time before we see some actual results.
What about you? What do you think the direction will be?
Well, Kyle Kuzma's gonna join the Philippine national team now. Not just joking. I think the Wizards are gonna suck this season, but they're gonna suck for a good reason. They're gonna suck to get a high draft pick, and when you look at the next two NBA drafts, there's a lot of talented players coming in. So if Washington can keep building, they have a lot of young standout players like Koulibaly, the French player.
Bilal,
Was,
I forgot about
yeah,
Bilal,
the French teammate of Wembanyama when they were still not yet in the NBA. The rookie that Nico mentioned, Alex Sarr, even someone like Johnny Davis starting to play better. Jordan Poole is still kind of young. But Jordan Poole and Kuzma, if I were to guess, might be the best trade assets that Washington has.
Poole, yung best asset. Pero they're
To
gonna
some
try
degree.
to keep him,
Yeah, exactly. But for Washington, it's not like they're going to be competing for championships. The best thing they can do right now is let their young players improve by getting experience and playing time, and then keep collecting draft assets so that ultimately you can be what like Cleveland is right now, a contender that built through the draft and making smart trades.
So they're far from being a contender.
Oh, yeah.
And right now, it's
Malayo
all
sobrang.
about just getting the experience. Tingnan naman natin kung ating mga manonood sa experience nyo and knowledge when it comes to basketball, because you know what? You have a chance to win vouchers. And all you have to do, well, this is easy. Nico will tell you all about it.
So guys, so you just have to like and follow Basket Pinas on Facebook at Basket Pinas PH. We're looking for 10 winners of at least 1,000 pesos worth of 1xBet vouchers. So number 2, share the live stream on your Facebook page and make sure your profile set to public para makita ng team natin yan. Comment your answer for our fast break question of the day during the live stream. Don't forget to use the hashtag #BasketPinas, and participants must be registered on 1xBet using our code BPinas to join the giveaway. One more time, the code is BPinas, and that's our rules to join.
All right, now na alam nyo ang ating mechanics, bibigyan namin kayo ng ating fast break question number 1. So if you get this right, you get to win 1,000 peso voucher. And this is the question.
What NBA team was the first to win 70 games in one season?
Oh, popular to doon. Ngayon, kulalat na sila. What NBA team was the first to win 70 games in one season? If you know the right answer, type it down below using the hashtag BasketPinas. Oh, it's that easy. Up next, eto. Detroit Pistons took everybody by surprise at na-snap nila yung kanilang lose streak, defeating the Los Angeles Lakers 115-103. They were in a 7-game lose streak. How surprised were you nung napanood niyo to?
Daming umiiyak na Laker fans sa
Yeah.
Facebook ko. Yung mga post nila, bakit ganito? Like, bakit tayo talo sa lottery team? But kidding aside, we called this preseason pa lang na the Detroit Pistons won't be much of a pushover this year compared to last year, mainly because Jaden Ivey mas ginagamit na si Jaden Ivey kasi hindi talaga ako fan ni Monty Williams with the way he was handling Ivey last year. For some reason parang ayaw niya ilaro yung mga bata. Pero this year Ivey looks different. Cade Cunningham, Jalen Duren, double machine, and the guys are just doing really well, while the Lakers, parang nawala sila sa defense, no? I mean, the offense is there, the assist is there, the ball movement, but where's the defense, guys?
Well, yeah, Detroit, I think, will surprise a lot of people this season. Even if they came into this game without a good record, they had actually been playing well as of late. They pushed Indiana to the limit, they pushed Boston to the limit. So they had some impressive performances, even in defeats. And ultimately, you can't control wins and losses, but you can control how well you play in the game of basketball. And if you're consistently playing well on both sides of the floor, sometimes those losses are going to turn into wins, right? And Detroit has good talent in their team, Mara, Nico. We talked about Cade Cunningham, who I think is a future all-star. Jaden Ivey, Thompson, Duren, Isaiah Stewart, aka
Dami
Beef
talaga.
Stew off the bench. And Ron Holland, a guy who
yeah,
I had
Ron
on my
Holland.
podcast
Yeah.
a few years ago. The rookie draft pick of Detroit. He had some good moments in the fourth quarter, including scoring against Anthony Davis. And what impressed me the most was the Lakers were actually close late in the fourth quarter. They had cut the lead to, I think, about 5 points. And Detroit, despite being a young team, were able to hold them down on both ends of the floor and secure the victory. Very impressive stuff.
So you mentioned a couple of names that I was actually wondering about. Si Jaden Ivey led the Pistons to 26 points. Cade Cunningham achieved triple-double. So with these performances, how do you think that reflects yung kanilang young core at anong ibig sabihin nito sa outlook ng season nila?
Actually, they're one of the more talented young cores in the NBA right now. They have a superstar potential in Cade Cunningham. Imagine mo, 6'6", 6'7" point guard who can do it all. Jaden Ivey is a good talent to build around Cade. They have built this team to complement Cade Cunningham, and I believe that they could make the playoffs in 2 to 3 years' time in the Eastern Conference. 2 to 3 years is fine. Or maybe as soon as next year.
They could
or maybe this year.
Maybe they're a play-in team this year.
Pwede
Who
sila
knows,
mag-play-in
right?
team.
I mean, you
Yeah.
just need, all you have to do is be the 10th seed to be a play-in team, and if Detroit makes the play-in this season, I would consider that a step in the right direction. And if the young guys are the ones who lead them there, then that's promising for the future.
Yeah.
What do you guys think? Ano ba sa tingin nyo? Do you think they could make it? Write it down below. We want to know your opinion because we're trying to see yung mga ating audience with the most engagement dahil mamaya i-reveal natin kung anong pwede nyong gawin dito sa Basket Pinas. Now we're gonna be moving on to Boston Celtics' dominant win against Atlanta Hawks, 123-93. Tinambakan nila ang Hawks ng 30 points.
Yan naman talaga pag Boston. The Boston Celtics are expected to dominate teams that they're supposed to dominate. And despite not having Jaylen Brown, baka naging 40 points pa or 50. But it's just we forget sometimes na sobrang deep rin ng Boston Celtics. Peyton Pritchard has taken a step. Look at us talking about Peyton Pritchard in a sports show, right? But ganun ang kalakas talaga yung Boston Celtics. It's they don't have much holes in them. And imagine mo, wala pa ditong Kristaps Porzingis and yet this is happening. And let's not forget to mention, Navs, na Trae Young only scored 2 points with 6 assists in this game. Like, huh? Anong nangyari dyan?
Well, you know, Boston is the best team in the NBA. They're defending champions. They're the deepest team in the league. They're well coached. They have superstars. They have a great bench. They're the best and most reliable three-point shooting team in the league. And they have a swagger to them.
Yeah.
Mara, you know, they're playing with the mindset of, you know what, we're the defending champions. Each opponent we face, we're gonna take belt to butt. Meaning we're gonna give a whooping, you know. And that's what they're doing to every team. They just look amazing right now. Obviously, they're not yet perfect, and we have to see how Kristaps Porzingis recovers from his injury. But in the meantime, you know, in terms of like nitpicking issues with teams, they probably have the least issues.
Agreed.
And one person that I noticed with a swag, etong si Jason Tatum,
Yeah.
scoring in this game 28 points, 6 rebounds, 9 assists. So if you can describe kung paano nag-evolve yung leadership niya at what kind of impact he gives the Celtics, how would you describe that?
I actually like Navs na and Mara na how he has developed a passing. I mean, ang ganda ng feel niya sa season na to. I think this is his career high when it comes to assists. More of ang ganda lang talaga ng the way he understands the system. He's now 26 years old. That should be pasimula na ng prime or maybe in the middle of his prime. For me, the prime is 25 to 29. So, simula pa lang, no? But the fact na pati yung jump shot niya, walang hitch. He just worked on the right things. Maybe fueled by the disrespect that Coach Steve Kerr gave him in the Olympics. Because I thought rin na he could have played, but who do you sit down? KD or LeBron? But again, that's for another discussion. But I just love the growth on Jason Tatum.
Yeah, you know, Jason strikes me as a lead by example kind of guy. Not exactly the rah-rah, like he's not gonna preach. He's not gonna be a preacher, right? But he's gonna lead by example in terms of how he plays on the court, the effort he brings on every night. He's the best player on the best team in the NBA right now, and he's living up to it with his actions. You can see with the way he plays, he's uplifting teammates, he's uplifting his team. He's uplifting an entire city, the city of Boston. They believe in him, and rightfully so. And I think he's taken a lot of criticism the last year despite winning a championship. But at the end of the day, when you look at the results, he gets the job done. And that's what matters most.
Yeah.
Now let's go doon sa ating kabilang panig. Let's talk about the Hawks. I have a question that maybe would spark a debate. Do you think Trae Young is the right player for the Hawks to go around with, to build around? Or do you think they need to pair him as a number 2 to another superstar?
Feel ko nga, he's more of a second superstar more than the main guy. I think the size is a limiting factor. Let's not forget, he looks like 6 flat now, 6'1" with shoes. Steph Curry, he's being compared to Steph, right? But Steph is 6'4" with shoes.
Yeah.
And iba pa rin yung body makeup ni Steph compared to a Trae Young. I don't think you can build around Trae Young. I agree with Mara on him being the second superstar on a championship contending team, but not the main piece.
Yeah, I think he's more of a third banana in
Third
terms
pa
like because like we mentioned before, if you're playing Trae Young on the court, you have a defensive liability. Like Nico said, he's not that tall. And at the end of the games, when the games actually matter, like in the playoffs, teams are gonna target your liabilities and your weaknesses. And he's a defensive liability. And if he's not shooting effectively from the court, he's a great passer. There are games he can really catch fire from downtown. But if he's not shooting well, now you're suffering on both sides of the floor, right? So, Trae Young to me is a high risk, low reward kind of player.
Parang Ben Simmons.
Ayun, very high risk, no reward player. There's a difference.
Be fair, he's played some games this season. Kudos to him.
Wala pa siya sa quota niya pag naka 20 games na yan. Hindi na maglalaro yan. I got my paycheck. I'm done.
But you know what? We also have a game para sa'yo. This is called Shoot the Facts.
Oy,
So,
bawal
as
ko pakita
usual,
kay Nobs.
we're gonna give you something. We're making it harder because
Oh,
if you guys have been
no.
watching the show, si Naveen has been really amazing when it comes to our trivia. He gets them right.
Pinapatay
Hindi
niya
namin kailangan ng bigyan ng clue. Eto naman. Eto yung catch na to. Okay, one, no clue. We made it harder. Tapos ang consequence is right here. Meron tayong shot right there na may sili, cut up chili,
Okay.
milk, and may konting ice na natunaw.
Konting ice.
All right. What are the chances that he's gonna get this right? I think he only has a 30% chance.
I think
I'll
30 is
take
fine.
that.
20-30.
Yes.
As Han Solo said, don't tell me the odds.
Okay, tingnan natin. So this is the question for Shoot the Facts. And you guys can play along. Let's see if you guys will get
Multiple
this right
choice
as
ba
well.
to?
Hindi, isa lang. Ano lang, you've given the answer. Tama na sa multiple
Wala
choice.
nang multiple choice.
What?
Oh yeah, yun! Walang multiple choice. The Detroit Pistons were originally called what?
Oh my God.
10 seconds to answer nakalagay dito.
10 seconds ba?
Can we start the countdown?
Okay, the Detroit Pistons were originally called what? 10.
What?
Oh yes, he's gonna drink. 9,
Oh, nasty.
7, 6, 5. If you guys know the answer, write it down below. We want to know if you can get this right because this is super hard. 5.
Cincinnati
4.
Royals?
Yes, naralo tayo sa wakas. Kasi tayo lang puro, parang past 4 episodes ata tayo talo eh.
Oh my, what were they called?
Okay, Nico, let's
Wait,
reveal
wait.
the answer.
I'm so happy. Teka lang, minsan lang mangyari to sa
Oh,
amin.
that's terrible.
The answer is the Fort Wayne Zollner Pistons.
Wow, you
Yes!
guys really went hardcore with this question, man.
We need to win. Kami yung host eh, pero bakit kami lagi yung talo?
Okay, so you can take the shot.
nasty.
So,
Let me document this.
dito sa Basket Pinas,
Do I have to down it?
Well, kung re-record mo, pwede mo i-down.
yes,
let's see. Okay,
i-show off mo yan. May sile na na-cut up.
I'm so
May
happy.
mga buto pa
Minsan lang
ata
ito
dyan.
mangyari.
Milk and ice.
With milk. Para kasi hindi super spicy.
May amoy?
Okay. How was that? Super spicy ba? Red chili.
Nasty.
Mahina siya sa chili eh.
Oh, yeah?
Naalala mo yung ano, di ba? Yung pansit ba yun? Yung Korean drink?
Super
yung Korean-
spicy. The noodle.
The noodle.
Uh-uh.
Yeah. Time 3x yun.
Kamusta siya? Super spicy
It's
ba?
disgusting.
Open the whole cup.
Ay!
Open the whole lid.
Sa lahat ng ating mga manonood, actually, we want to know kasi pinapainom natin yung ating guest palagi or si Naveen, kung sino man, ng so consequence, if they get us wrong, they have to drink something. If you guys have any suggestions kung ano ba dapat ang next na ipainom namin, write it down below. We want to know your input. O, di ba? Yay!
Magre-recover pa si Naveen.
Natalo siya!
Panalo na tayo sa wakas!
But you know what? If you guys are down for that kind of game, we have a show called Basket Pinas Timeout where we invite you, yes you, the viewers, the people that are commenting a lot. Titingnan namin kung sino nga ba yung pinaka mataas na engagement. We'll send you a DM and we'll invite you to come to this studio, play a game, and you can win as much as to 15,000 pesos.
Laki.
15,000 pesos kapag nanalo kayo and as much as 5,000 pesos kahit matalo kayo. So it's all fun and games only here on Basket Pinas. Hindi lang yan, meron din kayong voucher, big time this time, and Nico will tell you more about it.
Yeah, again, we're looking for 10 winners of 1,000 pesos worth of 1xBet vouchers. Kailangan nyo lang gawin, like and follow nyo yung Facebook page namin, Basket Pinas at Basket Pinas PH. Number 2, share nyo yung live stream on your Facebook page. Make sure yung profile nyo naka-public para makita natin yan. Number 3, comment your answer for our fast break question of the day during the live stream. Lumalabas naman yun dito, so stay here, guys. Don't forget to use the hashtag BasketPinas, and watch the live stream and wait for the announcement of the winners with the correct answers. You might see your name there. And lastly, participants must be registered on 1xBet using our promo code BPinas to join the giveaway. One more time, BPinas to join the giveaway.
Pinas! Alright! Gusto talaga namin manalo kayo. So we're gonna give you fast break question number 2. Ito ang ating pangalawang tanong. And again, if you can get this right, use the hashtag BasketPinas and you can get a chance to win 1,000 peso voucher. Here is the question.
Fast break question number 2. Why you should never have milk and chili together? No, I'm just
Nagre-recover
joking.
pa, nagre-recover
Which
pa.
team beat the 1996 Chicago Bulls record of 72 wins in a season?
Which team beat the 1996 Chicago Bulls record of 72 wins in a
Feeling
season?
ko alam ni Nico to.
Siyempre, nasa harapan ko yun.
Right down
May sagot
below.
eh.
Use the hashtag BasketPinas to win 1,000 peso voucher. Now, as we said earlier, we're gonna be predicting the future of the games, and so you guys know what to watch out for, which players and such. The next game that we'll be talking about is the Golden State Warriors versus the Boston Celtics. This is going to be happening November 7th, 8:30 a.m. So both teams have demonstrated strong early season form. So Celtics' home court advantage and recent performance gives, I think, a slight edge. But the Warriors, yung experience nila and yung offensive power nila might make this a highly competitive game.
As much as I am a Warriors fan, no, wag natin kalimutan na may mahahalong emotions dito yung Boston Celtics, more particularly Tatum and Brown. If Jaylen Brown plays, I'm not sure. Because of what happened in the Olympics, I feel like the Warriors will get blown out, will get trashed. Lahat ng word na maisip mo, I feel like they're gonna trampled by 30 to 40 points. Again, personal opinion ko lang yun, ha. Kasi Warriors fan ako, guys. Pero ako, I really don't see them winning in Boston. But if they win in Boston, siguro umabot yung 10 rosary prayers ko sa Diyos na ano talaga na it's panahon talaga ng Golden State Warriors.
Yeah, you know, I'm expecting Steve Kerr's going to get booed like crazy in Boston. Let's not forget Steve Kerr, the coach of the Warriors, was also the coach of USA Basketball, and he was the guy in charge of deciding how many minutes Tatum would play. And let's just say Tatum didn't get a lot of minutes. So expect a rowdy Boston crowd to be ready to boo Steve Kerr. But you know what? I think Golden State is going to put up a good fight. I think this is going to be a competitive game. Historically, the last few seasons, Golden State has actually played Boston well and competitively. Even last season, I remember I was out of town. We were in the States and we were watching the TV. And Golden State had this incredible late game comeback against Boston despite the championship season. So I think it might be a game that comes down to the wire. Now, I think Boston wins this. But I think Golden State is going to make sure it's an entertaining game that Boston has to work for.
Okay, to make it entertaining, which individual player battles do you think will be the most influential for the outcome of this game? Like a Tatum, Curry?
Ooh. I think Draymond, depending on who he's going to guard, I think eventually in late game situations, you're going to see Draymond guard Tatum or Brown if Brown has the hot hand. And Draymond kind of has had a great season so far to start the season, especially on the defensive end.
Yeah.
People have forgotten how good he is on defense. And I think what the defensive job he'll do on Tatum might go a long way in determining who ends up being the more clutch team down the stretch.
Okay, so now we're gonna. What about you?
Well, for me talaga, if it's more of who can contain Buddy Hield. Look at that. Because if Buddy Hield
Who's your buddy?
yeah, but if he scores more than 20 points, I feel like that's the Warriors' chance of maybe making that that impossible thing that maybe for those guys na gusto mag-money line sa Warriors, 3.69. Laki din yan.
Laki din yan. That's good value.
So if you see that Buddy Hield is on track to get 20 points, maybe this is your sign to get the Golden State Warriors.
Yeah, if you're gonna give me 3.69 odds for a team with Steph Curry, I'm always gonna consider that good value. Steph Curry, man. He's sensational.
Yeah, last time kahit injured siya, 24 points in 24 minutes.
Yeah.
So now we're gonna vote. We're gonna vote for. You're
Boston ako
saying
dito.
Boston.
Boston ako dito.
You're
I
saying
think Boston wins.
Boston. Ako din. Boston din
Unanimous
ako.
pala tayo eh.
Locking it down. Lock it. Ay, walang Golden State. May nag-Golden State ba sa audience natin?
Comment nyo lang.
Oh, comment nyo lang. We wanna know. But for us, Boston. All right. Now, we're gonna be moving on to Los Angeles Lakers versus the Memphis Grizzlies happening November 7th at 9 a.m. So, the Lakers have been doing well under JJ Redick. Their offense is way better. They've adjusted to everything that other teams have thrown at them, though they lost last game.
Yeah, I mean, the Lakers lost to, the Detroit Pistons last time. So this could be a chance for them to actually bounce back against a Western Conference contender in the playoffs. So I think they could bounce back here, be able to fix on the mistakes that they had against Detroit. And it was Scottie Pippen Jr. was with the Lakers. Playing amazing right now with the Memphis Grizzlies.
Yeah. I like the Lakers here. Memphis hasn't gotten off to a great start this season. They've lost to the Brooklyn Nets twice, which is kind of crazy. I think they're still trying to find a way to get all their pieces to fit together because a lot of the guys have been in and out the last few years in terms of injuries. And I'm looking at the Lakers to potentially bounce back considering their disappointing loss recently to Detroit. And they have been playing better as of late. So I'm going to go with the Lakers here.
How do you guys like the coach so far, JJ Redick?
Well, for me, I like sa offense, nakikita ko naman na iba yung ball movement, the players like him with regards to the locker room because I follow the Lakers YouTube page and yung mga Instagram nila, you could see at least there from the social media na they're enjoying having him there. But there's some things that kailangan pa rin ayusin, which is the defense, which we saw against the Detroit Pistons. Medyo unacceptable yun. Na you can say na, I mean, you guys are contending for a championship and then you lose to a lottery team. So, it's just, you really have to nitpick pagdating sa championship kasi hindi pwede mga ganyang slip-ups eh.
Yeah, I like how JJ Redick has kind of found a way to get the ball more to Anthony Davis because I think AD is the best player on the Lakers. And you get the sense that the role players feel more involved this season and they know their roles more compared to the last season. So I just like how he's putting all the pieces in the right place and making it all come together. Now they just have to work on consistency.
Let's talk about the other side. How do you like the roster with ED and their starting center?
Zach Edey as a starting center. I feel like it's a gamble na pwede pa nila i-continue. Because Zach Edey is a bit slow, but I don't know. I'm willing to gamble on Zach Edey being their starting five. Because I don't know, it's just likable for me. And I like it's still 7-3. 7-3 is still 7-3.
Yeah, he had a big game today. I think he had 25, 12, and 4.
Ganda nga ng larap.
He's not going to be great right away because he's a rookie. And a lot of rookies need time to adjust. But I think ultimately, long term, you can look at ED as a good piece for Memphis to have.
All right, time to vote. We're gonna vote. Sabayan nyo kami. Write it down below. So we're voting for, I'm gonna vote for the Lakers.
Mag-Lakers din ako.
Lakers also.
Lakers tayo. Oh, look at us. Parang tayo magkakasundo tayo ngayon.
Lakers. Okay, locking it in. Meron bang nag-Grizzlies sa ating manonood? We want to know. Now, we also want to give you more chances of winning. We have more vouchers to give away and make sure that you get the mechanics correct.
Ayan, naghahanap kami ulit ng 10 winners of 1,000 pesos worth of 1xBet vouchers. So like and follow Basket Pinas on Facebook at Basket Pinas PH. Share the live stream on your Facebook page lang, guys, and make sure your profile set to public. Next up, comment your answer for our fast break question of the day. during the live stream. Number 4, watch the live stream and wait for the announcement of the winners with the correct answers. And dun sa pagsagot nyo, huwag nyo kalimutan yung hashtag Basket Pinas. And lastly, participants must be registered on 1xBet using our code BPINAS to join the giveaway. One more time, BPINAS to join the giveaway.
BPINAS! At ito, ang ating tanong. This is Fast Break question number 3. You know the mechanics? Write down the hashtag Basket Pinas. Here we go. Fast Break question number 3.
Who was the first player in the NBA to hit an elusive triple-double season?
Who was the first player in the NBA to hit an elusive triple-double season? Again, kapag alam nyo ang tamang sagot, don't forget to use the hashtag, share the page, make sure that it's public, and in just a bit, we're gonna be announcing the 10 winners of the 1,000 peso voucher from 1xBet. Up next, Minnesota Timberwolves versus Chicago Bulls, happening November 8 at 9 a.m. Okay, believe ba kayo sa trio ni Ant-Man, Gobert, and Randall?
Feeling ko mas very capped sila with that trio. Para mas hopeful pa ako na nandun si Karl Anthony Towns because it's so rare to find like a 7-footer who is arguably the best shooting big man. Along with Dirk Nowitzki, I really can't say he's arguable, but I don't know. I feel like they could crash out of the playoffs early compared to the team last year. But that's just me, Navs.
Yeah, I'm not that high yet on Minnesota this season. You know, I think Anthony Edwards is awesome, and I think Julius Randle as an individual player is really good too. But I just haven't seen the pieces click quite yet. You know, I think they're still good. I think they're going to be very competitive, and now they have experience after their playoff run last season. To me, it's to be determined. I think we need to see more to see how the pieces all fit together.
Now, against Chicago Bulls.
Well, Chicago naman.
Hey, don't sleep on the Bulls. They've been playing decent
Josh
recently.
Giddey.
Yeah.
Josh Giddey.
Zach LaVine with the resurgence. Yeah.
Pero sana I think perfect yung pag resurgence in Zach LaVine.
Yeah.
This is the perfect time to trade him. Ganda yung pinapakita niya. Sumabango yung
Value
pangalan niya.
up while he's not yet injured.
Oh.
If we're gonna take a vote, who would you side with?
I'm gonna go Chicago here for fun.
Oh.
Yeah,
Ako
why
Minnesota
not?
ako.
Let's go with Chicago. Yeah.
I'll go Minnesota here.
Why Chicago?
I like the pieces. I think low-key they're a good team. I think Kobe White is also another solid player on the rise. I like Josh Giddey. You know, it sucks that Lonzo Ball got hurt again, but I think he'll be back. I think LaVine is playing well. I think Chicago has a good rhythm right now, and Minnesota is still kind of figuring things out. So I'm gonna go Chicago here.
Okay, ako naman, Timberwolves naman ako.
Okay.
Timberwolves. Okay, ito ba yung first na magkakaiba?
I think first na magkakaiba. Kasi
Yes.
pare-pares tayo kanina eh.
May kumampi ba sa Bulls? We wanna know. Write it down below. Up next, ito, Utah Jazz and Milwaukee Bucks, happening November 8 at 9 a.m. So, eto na naman tayo.
Tara naman tayo.
Okay.
Sa Milwaukee.
Milwaukee, both teams, they need a lot of work. Let's break this down.
Yeah, for me, I feel like this is gonna be a Utah Jazz win. Parang didiretsuhin ko na kayo dun. Because I really feel like the
Doc
skid...
Rivers.
Oh, hindi naman sa ganun. Feel ko naman tuloy-tuloy yung skid ng Milwaukee. Magagulat na naman tayo na, whoa, the Utah Jazz won against the Milwaukee Bucks, and this could signal the Fire Doc Rivers alarm.
Ooh.
Pero first bell pa lang. Kasi diba yung lagyan natin ng maraming bells. Pero ito yung magsisignal na... Kasi so far ngayon, wala pa masyadong mga articles na should the Bucks fire Doc Rivers. Wala pa. So this could be, may isang reporter dyan na...
Pagkatapos nitong conversation na to,
Sana
alert na sila.
Mga nanonood dyan sa Basket Pinas. But yeah, I love Lauri Markkanen and Keontae George. So I feel like it's a Jazz upset for me.
I'm gonna go with the Bucks. I think the Jazz, they have a goal this season, which is to not be good and get a high draft pick. I think by default, I'm gonna go Milwaukee. Just because Milwaukee is trying to win, I'm not sure I can say the same about the Jazz.
I don't know what's happening with Milwaukee, so I'm gonna go with the Jazz. I'm gonna go with the Jazz for this one. Locking it in. Ito yung game na talagang, they're both not doing well. Okay, even
Hindi ka rin pala
Steven.
believer kay Doc Rivers, no? Hindi ka rin naman.
Well,
What's
with
up, Doc?
with what's happening, like you said, parang ang meron siyang, he's more of a motivational person.
Yeah,
right?
I really don't see it.
So we're gonna be doing other predictions, but we're not going to dive deep into them. You're just gonna tell me who you think's gonna win. It doesn't have to have any
fast talk
explanation.
natin.
Yes. So 10 a.m. November 7, it's gonna be the Oklahoma City Thunder versus Denver
Wow,
Nuggets.
I love this match.
OKC.
Denver.
Wow.
OKC ako. Okay. Miami Heat versus Phoenix Suns. Parang alam ko na yung sagot mo.
Ako, Phoenix.
Wow.
Galit na. Basta magising niya kanina, talo yung Miami kanina. As of this recording,
Fun fact, Miami has been outscored by 52 points in the third quarter of all their games this season. They suck in the third quarter. Phoenix, by the way, only has one loss this season. Phoenix is really good.
Magpi-Phoenix din ako. Phoenix
tayo. Wow,
unanimous.
okay.
Okay, 11 a.m. Philadelphia 76ers versus LA Clippers.
Philly. Because Paul George is back. Kailan mababalik si Embiid? Pero yeah, that's for a different discussion.
I
feel
have
like...
him in 2 fantasy leagues, Embiid.
So you want him to come back na? Philly ako dito. Sa
Stop
next one.
shoving reporters in the locker room.
Ay,
Anyway,
shove ba siya?
yeah, he shoved a reporter in the locker room.
What? Okay, tell us the tea.
Well, to be fair, there was a reporter who wrote a column kind of like criticizing his lack of availability.
Okay.
But the reporter brought up his dead brother and
my
his
gosh.
son in the article. Not naman parang like directly blaming it, but he still used it as context, and then Embiid took it personally and
Siguro.
shoved the guy. But yeah, for this game, I'm going Clippers here.
Clippers ka? Okay.
Okay, 76ers naman ako.
Okay.
All right. November 8, we have Portland Trail Blazers versus San Antonio Spurs.
Oof. San Antonio ako dito. Wemby, maybe a triple-double
Wemby.
with blocks, 20, 10, and 10. He had 9 blocks.
Wow.
As of this recording,
Yeah,
so...
Spurs as well. And by the way, prayers to Greg Popovich. He's having a health issue right now.
Health
so
issues nga siya ngayon.
He's sidelined. But yeah, I think Spurs will win this.
Okay, ako din, Spurs. So lahat kami, Spurs. And we hope our predictions, breaking down what's happening in the future, will help you think about what the choices you make on which team to side with. Ngayon, eto na. Titingnan natin kung gaano ba kagaling ang ating mga manonood when it comes to the NBA dahil babalikan natin ang ating mga tanong. And now we will reveal all the answers to our fast break questions. Here we go. We're gonna go back to fast break question number 1.
What NBA team was the first to win 70 games in one season?
Na-reveal to dun sa number 2 na fast break, I believe. Okay, what NBA team was the first to win 70 games in one season? The answer is... Chicago Bulls. Ano bang year to? Ito pa yung magaling pa sila.
96,
96.
96.
96. All right. Okay, fast break question number 2.
Which team beat the 1996 Chicago Bulls record of 72 wins in a season?
This gave him a lot of love. Ito yung one of the reasons kung bakit one of us here really loves this team. The answer is...
The Golden State Warriors. Pero ang nangyari kasi dyan, hindi sila nag-champion. So parang for me, erase. Yan yung 3-1 year na natalo sila kina LeBron, pero I couldn't hate on LeBron on that year because that was amazing. The 3-1
It's
comeback.
okay, they have a good record.
No, that doesn't count. It doesn't count. Erase yun.
It's still in the history and they showed what they could do.
Maybe
All right.
Draymond shouldn't have kicked someone in the... Anyway.
All right.
Now it's fast break question number 3.
Who was the first player in the NBA to hit an elusive triple-double season? I think this is a trick question, actually.
Wemby.
Alam mo ba to, Nico?
Well, yes, I knew.
Kasi binasa mo.
Hindi, kahit di ko basahin, alam ko kung sino.
Eto, hindi ko to alam. Hindi pa ako born. Okay, and the right answer is...
Oscar Robertson.
Uy, paano mo alam? Oscar Robertson, 1961, 1962. We hope you got that right.
Russell
Dahil 10 sa inyo makakatanggap ng 1,000 peso voucher from 1xBet. At ito na ang ating mga winners. Tan-tan-tan! Congratulations! Everyone on the screen, kapag nandyan ang pangalan nyo, just PM us on Facebook to find out how to claim your prize. At itong voucher na makukuha nyo na 1,000 pesos, you could use this para matupad yung mga predictions na ginawa namin. So you could, para mapalago nyo and get some more. So, Eto naman, sa lahat ng ating mga manonood, we hope that you keep supporting Basket Pinas. We have our social media pages. Click like, click follow, and let us know what you want to see. We have Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube, Basket Pinas PH, to find out all the latest discussion, news, and updates. At hindi lang yan, syempre mamimigay pa rin kami ng mga vouchers para sa ating mga loyal viewers. How to get them, Nico will explain.
Yeah, meron kami ditong 12K welcome bonus para sa mga new account on 1xBet. Register na using our promo code BPINAS. All caps lang guys, BPINAS. And message Basket Pinas page kung may question kayo and may sasagot agad dyan. If you guys want to place your bets on the upcoming NBA games, just go to 1xBet and use our promo code BPINAS one more time. BPINAS, up to 12,000 welcome bonus.
All right, that wraps up our show. But you know, we're always gonna be here from now on, Tuesdays and Fridays. So samahan nyo kami all those days for like what? Until the end of the month.
Yes.
Para naman makasama namin kayo sa mga discussions. Now,
Yep,
from
indeed.
this day until Friday, where can we follow you guys?
Well, you can stalk me at my address. No, I'm just joking. You can follow my social media handles. It's there on the screen. And I have podcast episodes. Nico comes on every now and then. We have content we post about all kinds of basketball and other sports, pop culture, the usual. So hit me up on socials. And if you want to talk sports, just let me know.
When's your next episode?
My next episode, I'm not sure yet, but it'll be sometime this week, either tomorrow or Thursday.
Oh, tomorrow or Thursday, perfect. Pwede ka nalang mapanood right before our second episode for this season. Perfect.
You dig.
Nico, where can we follow you?
Ako same lang din, at Nico Rocha, NICOOO. Yan, same for everything. IG, FB, YT, and TikTok. It's all the same para hindi kayo mawala. I also have my own podcast. I talk about mostly sports. Sports lang naman talaga and basketball. And for TikTok, it's mostly, what do you call this? Mga nonsense kayo. Sometimes I put my outfits for the day. Sometimes I just...
OOTD.
OOTD.
Actually,
Sometimes
fit check na eh. Hindi na
fit check
OOTD.
talaga. But yeah, it's those are the same usernames for all. And yun lang naman.
Now, for me naman, from tomorrow until Thursday, you can join me in Magic 89.9, 6 to 9 a.m. And that's it for us. We hope you learned a thing or two because we love talking about the NBA. And the next episode we'll be having is this coming Friday. So see you then, everybody. And thank you for watching Basket Pinas Predicts, powered by 1xBet. Bye, everyone.
Bye, guys.